out when the PowerPoint is over, so please pay attention. If you'd like to open it up on the J drive, I've made it available to you. If you'd like to just watch it, that's okay as well. So these are our state curriculum standards which are met in this lesson. We're going to be learning about grammar, our relative pronouns, who, whose, whom, which, and that. And we're going to learn how to correctly use frequently confused words, to, there. So before we start, does anyone know the difference between any of these words? It's totally okay if you don't, because it's what we're learning about today. But does anyone? Yes?
There, the first one indicates a place. The second one indicates they are. And the third one shows possession.
Perfect. Good job. You guys are really smart. So let's begin with our interrogative relative pronouns. Who versus whom is really difficult for a lot of people, even people in college. So the word who can only be used if it is the subject of a verb, and then whom is never the subject of a verb. So the example I wrote is who paid for the meal. So who is the subject of the verb to pay. So a fun trick that I thought of was if you replace who with he in the sentence or question, and it makes sense, use who. So if we go down to this, he paid for the meal. So we would use who. And then if you replace whom with him in the sentence or question, and if it makes sense, we'd use whom. So if we put him paid for the meal, that doesn't make sense, right? So we would use who. Whose is a possessive pronoun, like his, her, and our. And we use whose to find out which person something belongs to. So whose camera is this? Whose cell phone keeps ringing? Hopefully that doesn't happen in my class. And a fun trick, again, is to replace whose with his or her or our in the sense to see if it makes sense. So whose camera is this? Is this his camera? Is this her camera? Is this our camera? And then which versus that? We use which with non-restrictive clauses. A non-restrictive clause may tell us something interesting or incidental about a subject, but it doesn't define the subject. Whereas when we use that, it does restrictly define the subject. So I use the same sentence, but just with different clauses. So the painting, comma, which was hanging in the foyer was stolen, versus the painting that was hanging in the foyer was stolen. So when we use that, the word that is restricting where the painting was, and we can't have the sentence without it being a whole, versus when we use which, we can take which was hanging in the foyer out completely and have it just say the painting was stolen. All right, moving on to our frequently confused words. To, and to. So to with one O can be used to mean to receive, or it can be a preposition of direction or movement. So the examples, I gave an example of each of them. I will take a taxi to the airport. Movement. The train leaves from Montreal to Ottawa, direction. And I gave a present to my friend Paulina, receive. And then to with two O's can be used before an adjective or adverb for reinforcement to mean very or more than sufficient, or it can be used as an adverb to mean also or in addition. So this dress is too big for me, very more than sufficient. Or she has been to Switzerland too. You can replace that with also or in addition. She has also been to Switzerland. And then to with the W is always only used as a number. There are 2 cars in the parking lot, and Sweden has 2 official languages, only as a number. And then as Elisa, right, pointed out with there, and there, use there with the H when referring to a place, whether it's concrete, such as, oh, over there by the building, or more abstract, such as, it must be difficult to live there. And remember that there is a contraction between the words they and are. Hurry up. There, they are, closing the mall at 6 tonight. I'm glad that they are so nice to new students here. And finally, their, T-H-E-I-R, is used to indicate possession. It's a possessive adjective and indicates that a particular noun belongs specifically to them. My friends have lost their tickets. So the tickets belonged to my friends. So now if you would all please open your J drive. I put a handout in there, complete it and then print it and turn it into me. If you need any help or need to see a certain slide, you can come up and ask me or ask your neighbor or use the internet.